Sorry, I was muted. So yeah, shalom, salam, shalom alaikum, salam alaikum, peace and blessings. Everybody out here, Moboika, what up? And greetings. Rahubad, Rahubad. You know what I'm saying? Greetings to you all. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Um, just want to start off, like I said, I was going to start off over. Now, this is just an introduction. We're going to go into a little bit of linguistic stuff, but then later on tonight, I'm going to come back on again. We're going to go into the actual meditation stuff. You know what I'm saying? Meditation and practices of that sort. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of these what I'm doing now are just prerequisite. You know what I'm saying? And it's to prepare us all, to prepare me, because like I was saying, I'm experiencing it also. I'm going to experience it also with you, and I'm also am going to be learning just as much as you, learning, because this is information that's going to come through. We got to impact. We got to be like, yo, wait a minute, and shout out to my brothers out, my brother Latin Pain. I was on his site, on his channel. Check out that brother. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we had a nice conversations, bro. Nice build, nice build. I love. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna waste my time going on people's pages, channel, and if they're gonna be disgruntled and practice certain narratives that I'm not for. But we're going to be, I respect that. There's a lot of intelligence out here because, like I said, it's a genetic pool. It's a genetic pool, and that intellect is itching to boom. That DNA, that information is itching to boom, just come out, and that's what's happening now. It's what's happening now. You know what I'm saying? It's resurrection time, yo. Resurrection time. We say. Well, I want to begin by saying, oh, those that guide us, the guardians ones, those that guide us, that left us those oral traditions and left us with those sacred glyphs called the hieroglyphics and left us with those tablets in Yemen and in southern Arabia, left us with the tablets in Ethiopia and Sudan, on and in the Sahara Desert, left those writings, and what I'm saying, those guidance for us. Those are the etheric ones. The etheric ones. I reach out to the etheric. We all have that etheric body, that light body. We'll speak about that later. The inhibitors of Sirius and Orion. Sirius, Sabbath, right? Sabbath, and Orion, Sabah, Sahu, Orion. I'm not too sure about that, but I'll get back to you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm translating this actually that I'm going to read. I'm translating to Sabiic because it's in the Wapic, so it's easier to translate into Sabiic, but I want to be more up to date on things. So, O guardians, O heavenly one, the inhibitors of Sirius and Orion, the guardians of the sky, all those constellations, those are the guardians, the guides, providers of the planet. Arazak, they provide for the planet. Mothers and fathers of the Homo sapiens. Oh guardians, our Nebu, our Sebu, and our Nebu descend into and around me. Let's say descend into us and around all of us. You know what I'm saying? Guide me in all that I do. Guide us in all that we do. Make me in your own image and after your own likeness. You know? Help me that I may help all of humans, Homo sapiens, humanity. Let me speak from your head and not from my own. Let me care from your heart and not from my own. So, let me see. I could bring some stuff up. So I wanted to prepare us. You know what I'm saying? Um, Try not to use. So I'm probably gonna get on 9 o'clock, but an hour prior to 9 o'clock, I'm gonna make it my business again, my practice, and my habit to not eat an hour before 9. Matter of fact, when the sun goes down, you shouldn't even be eating, to be honest with you. Maybe snacking a little thing. I got some pumpkin seeds in here. I've been snacking on pumpkin seeds. Very good for the testosterone and very good for a lot of things. But make it put on my alarm. It says around 8 o'clock according to this time system, or an hour before that sunset, an hour before it starts getting dark. I don't want to eat anything heavy at all. This we're gonna this is gonna be a practice that we have to practice, right? That pretty soon when I really get into and start doing those classes for a selected few, we're gonna practice this and make sure that we're living up to it. We're gonna be streamed live. You know what I'm saying? I could hold to about 100 people on here if I wanted to, or 10 people. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to stream it, and not to eat at least an hour before that sun goes down. And then when the sun goes down, the we're going to practice certain things. So there's tones, and this is a really, really, really important conversation when you deal with chanting or you deal even with prayer. There's certain tone, right? The tone of your voice. People say, I don't like the tone of your voice. Well, it's so important to set those right tones. The tone for the tones. Let's say that. The right tones, right? Because that helps your character and personality when you're able to take in certain frequencies that are constructive to your body. You know what I'm saying? So we want to harness those tones so that we can harness that around our environment, our family, humanity, and all. The sound for humanity actually in this planet, like if you listen to sounds of cricket or the coqui, right? Right, making that sound, you identify as coqui. The identify when I go moo, moo, you identify that as being with a cow, right? And you identify, right? Every animal has a certain tone and sound. Humanity, the tone for humanity that was delegated for all humanity, that was taught in the Nile Valley, is the and it's not or the like a om is the, and you could break it down. I should have brought it down and broke it down as it's amun. So it's it's, and the tongue is on the top palate for the the n, and then put you get that you can still put the tongue up there and still close your mouth, right? And then you add the amun, amun, amun. It's almost like right? But it's the it's three tones in one. So it's important to know, like I said, halakwa sawat, the throat sound. So one of the first tones that we're going to utilize is going to be the tone that is for the heart energy center. We're going to start at the barrier, and then we're going to go up and down at the same time because it's going to be parallel. It's like, right? But in the middle of it, it's the balance. Shuk. It's the divine carry, right? It's that balance. Expansion, pout, pout. See that? Pout. It's involved with that energy center, which is the heart energy center. The aha moment. The aha, right? We're going to practice on that tones. And that tone is not the but it's the ah. It's a throat, what they call the glottal sound. A throat sound, a glottal sound, right? But when you say it, it's also coming from your diaphragm. Ah, it's vibrating at the heart of it, which is your heart. Ah, it's striking the throat, right? But it's coming from your diaphragm. Breathe. That's a halakwa sawut, a throat sound. Ah, ashuk, ashuk, ashuk. You know what I'm saying? Ashuk. Ah, that's that first sound. And that's the letter of the in Sabiic, and is representing by the O. And to show you how deep this goes, the heart of it, and to see how that translated into Sufi, and to this mystical science of a surah, that it deals with one of the chambers of the heart in the Quran. I'm going to go there just a little bit, digress a little bit to the Arabic speaking people. Who's here? Zayd is here. Assalamu alaikum. So the sound, right? Arabic, also the ayn principle, the that's the right? That's the throat. Halak sawut, right? That's the throat. That's the heart energy center. In what was given to the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was one of the revered prophet, right? A very powerful man that existed. Muhammad, one who is praised, right? And when he received, or when they compile the Quran, they put 4 surahs that actually are Sufi surahs, Sufi knowledge, Nile Valley knowledge. And one of them, and all 4 surahs starts with Kul, which is Kul Kalbi, the Q for the heart, for the heart. These 4 surahs straightens your heart chambers. And I'll start with Suratul Khalas, Suratul Nas, not Suratul Khalas, Suratul Nas, Suratul Falaq, and Suratul Kafirun. And the last one, Suratul Ikhlas. Ikhlas. Suratul Ikhlas. The surah, the surah of the pure ones, the divine caring ones, the pure ones, right? So you have Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, right? And you say, Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Hold on. Sorry about that. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Ahad. Sometimes they say that ahad means independent. But ahad is not wahad, because wahad plus 1 has an equivalent of a -1. See, in mathematics. But in the center, when you look at the graph, you got +1, +2, +3, and you got -1, -2, -3. In the middle, you have a 0. That's the balancement. That's ahad. Absolute. Ahad. 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 From the throat. Ahad. Kul. It starts with a throat sound too. Kul. Right? Kul. Hu Allahu. Kul. Hu Allahu. Ahad. See that? So this ahad. Aha moment. You know what I'm saying? This is ancient Nile Valley science that made its way through Islam. Because remember, Muhammad spent his time also in Egypt. He had even married an Egyptian woman, I think Keturah, right? An Ethiopian woman. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge. This is Nile Valley knowledge, the absolute. So in the language of Nile Valley language, it's called Sabah, Sabiig, Muspatia. The 0 is represented by the sound, the throat sound. Ahad, ahad. And the throat sound. Ahad. Right? I'll bring it up so you can see what I'm looking at. Sorry about that. Let me see something. I'm gonna, as I'm saying, we're gonna impact this. We're gonna share some knowledge of your Zaid, and being that you're here, I also want to, because a lot of the Sufi teaching, that's the sacred order for the Islamic world. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the Christian world, and you have the Israelite world. All of those sciences, to us, they're schools of thoughts, man, with this natural nature at the core of it is the natural nature happy valley science. You can go to any one of these. Oh, hold on a second. Where is it? Jesus, hold on a second. Is it here? Yes, it's language. Oh, here, let's do this one. Here you go, yo. Okay. So you see this first letter. Yeah. So the core of a lot of this, the Freemasonry, that comes out of the sacred wisdom of Tahuti. I mean, oh man, the core of it, the aha, aha, that's a heart center. Hey, I mean, peace and blessings to your watching, man. All and blessings. I'm gonna say all and blessings, not a piece, but all and blessing, not blessing, blessing, best, and we're gonna one day go over best, an ancient Kemetic and ancient, and you can find best in Yoruba also for those people that study Yoruba. I said like wow, you know what I'm saying? That's best. That's the king. That's the epitome, the king of the Twa people, the Twa, the Khoi, and the San people. Those statue people that were in the rainforest and came out. We can go and impact that in. That's the Mind Federation. We can impact that and take it into Yoruba, Ifa, and take it into Kemetic, and take it into all these different sciences. But you see this? Ah, you see that letter? Oh, this is also a throat sound. We say halak. Halak is throat. Halak, it's a throat letter, a halak harafat. Halak harafat. Sawut sound, right? Halak sawut. You know, little by little, because I'm learning my Sabiq and I'm sharing it, and maybe we can learn this together, yo. You know what I'm saying? And so that's that glyph right that you'll see right there, right? That's one of the glow-to letters, sounds that we have. There's two G sounds, right? One is ga and one is ga, 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 ga. Up here, ga, right? Throw. There's two ha sound. One is ha, like in ha, he, ha, and one is ha, like in hot. You know, so hot. That's a glow-to sound. Pretty soon I'll put a list of all glow-to halak sawut, all of all kawun, all pafaf, kawun pafaf, halak sawut, all of glow-to letters or throat letters. We're going to. I'll make a list and I'll make a graph or something in a page. You know what I'm saying? So in tonight's spiritual thing, we're gonna pay attention to this here. Um, Ashuk, Ashuk, out, out. Take this meditation, so we get out. Okay, Ashuk. You know, sound. The aha, the energy, the heart energy is at the right? So that the ikhlas, the ahad. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to introduce that. Sorry. Peace and blessings to everybody. Anybody have any questions? By all means. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, man, go ahead. Tao Tao. That's another one. Tao Tao. On top of the Tao is the Omega, the O. On top of the Tao Tao. Yeah, Los Vas. Yo, yo, yo. Taino. Taino, yes, the heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the glyph for the heart of it all, but if you see Atabe, Atabe has a symbol there in the heart. I gotta dig deep into that. I gotta deep into the Taino, those indigenous people from Mesoamerica. You know what I'm saying? And those spiritual teachings, those spiritual practice, because it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So the heart, I believe the heart is superimposed in music by the accordion. You see, with people in love, heart and shit. The accordion, I think the violin, the accordion, or the piano, I think. Well, yeah, I think the piano. I gotta look. It's been a while. I'll try to have one of those instruments playing at the same time that we are making, doing the practice. So uh, you light up a candle, you dim the lights, you light up the candle, you get your incense. I got my sage. I got a thing of sage here that I light up, scent the place. You know what I'm saying? I got my bell ready. If I want to mention any of the ancestors, I got my bell ready. You know what I'm saying? And what it is, it's again, it strengthens your character and personality because it you could tell people are practicing a certain thing because when you see them in person, you see their character personality being shifted. You know what I'm saying? You see how it impacts it. It impacts it. Colors too impacts it. You see a person dressed in all in white. You know what I'm saying? It's so for some people that's impactful. All in black, all in green. Colors. Same thing with tones. You know. So the earth tone is the earth heart. The heart of it is the ah ah. And when I put up the pianos, we get the right tone. And some people use the F natural. I use F sharp because I do 4 complete and 4 complete. And in the middle of it, I use F sharp. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you could use the natural F. So we'll do both. You know what I'm saying? But you could use the F sharp. Some people use the F sharp. And if some people use the F flat, it's going to be your E. Yeah, it's going to be your E. And when you flat the F, it's going to hit to the E. But you really don't want to flat it. But you can raise it up by a half step. You can raise it up to the F sharp. And then from the F sharp, when you go from F sharp to, you see, you switch the half step. It's either the half step from the E to F and then F and start a whole new one, or no, or you go from E to F sharp, and then the half is what separates the 4 in the octave on top and the 4 on the bottom. We'll go into more into that. We'll go more into that. Yeah. So yes, I see no questions here, man. But in the future, if anybody have any questions, just put it on the comment area, and I'll get it. But this is just a prerequisite, So we're gonna use the shafatwe balibu sound, which the shafatwe sawut, right? Shafatwe, double lip, shafat lip, double shafatwe, right? Sound. Then we're gonna use the linsan, the tongue on top of the palate. I don't know what the word for palate is in Sabiya. I gotta find, but the teeth is sanan. So where your palate meets your teeth, and that right there is you put the tip of your tongue is a lisan, and your teeth is sanan, right? So when you put your lisan at the top of the sanan, right? That's the n sound. N. So when you close the shafatwe, your balib, you can still make the I'm making the N and the M at the same time. I'm not going. You hear a little bit of that in there. So when you do it and you add the um, 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 that's one of the techniques. That's one of the practice. But you go it's moon. See, ancient practice, ancient practice. You know what I'm saying? We got to get our tone back. That's the tone of humanity. That's the ma confederation. And I spoke about the ma. We say ma, mama, ma, because that's coming from the waters, bro. You came from a sack of water from the womb of your mother. Ma, that's your mama. Ma. So that's a Ma Federation known as the Fish Federation. And they know they come out of the waters of the earth. These were the trois Iskoe, San, what they call the Tahites, the Anath, these Homo sapiens, humanity, the cradle of all genetics, the cradle of all science is right there. And it runs from the Uganda, from the South Africa, Uganda, into the Nile Valley, all the way into the Congo Basin, into Sahara. That whole area, what they call the central and the east and the west, or the east, the west, and the central, that whole area was inhibited by the Ma Federation. And these were who made up the Taseti, the land of the bow. This was their land of the bow. And this was the hunter-gatherers. I should bring up that pic. I gotta next time bring up some pictures. These are your hunter-gatherers. But still today, you still have tribes out there, and archery. And it went all the way into Europe, all over. Archery went all over, even into North America. But the beginning of the bow and arrow, all that's Ma Federation. They were called they became the Masi clan in ancient Kemet and Kush. That's an offshoot of it. You know what I'm saying? Their practices, those hunter-gatherers, those warriors was also priests, and they had time to observe their natural conditions, their conditions around them, and they orally passed it on. So Dad, where do we come from? Ma. You come from your ma, your mother. You come from the water. Ma. Maingala. Maingala. That's where you come from. Ma. And then we say, so in Yoruba, it goes into Maya, 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 Maya. Yeah, Maya, water, one of the water, the ones of the water, the Maya, the womb of the mother. Ma. And you find this in Chinese, you find it all over, because that's the Ma Federation. That's solving linguistics. So listen, I'm going to leave it here. Again, this is just a prerequisite of the sound. This is also mat, comes from there. Because remember, water balance. When you use a balance beam and use liquid in the middle, right? Water is a way of balancing things. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors knew this. So they say that what represents balance is mat, the woman of water. Yemaya is balance. You know what I'm saying? Balancement. It balances things. Perfectly balanced. And that's the heart energy. And that's the ma coming from the gut, where in that water, your placenta is so attached to the mother, solar plexus, and her gut. So whatever she eats impacts that fetus. That's the ma. It's the ma. And then that's the heart. Ma. And then it goes into Amun. You know what I'm saying? When you go further into the Amun. And so we're gonna, linguistically look at this, and we're gonna chat and practice these tones, because that's frequencies. Tones are also carriers of consciousness, of awareness. With tones, tone can open you up. You become aware of certain things. It's just the way the mind works. It's the way frequencies work. It opens you up. So when you got this tone, it's F sharp tone, this tone right here in the heart energy center, right? And you're activating that. Now you're opening in your heart. You're opening that heart. You're expanding. You're expanding, into divine caring now. That's Ashu. Out. Not East foot. East foot is the chaos. But out. the expansion. And that's the heart energy center. Okay, that's the heart. That's the heart. Anyway, peace and blessings, y'all, and I'll catch you on later. We'll go in. We go in. Maybe play a little Sufi stuff going on in here, music and whatever we can find. And yeah, man, peace. I remember my outro. Nah, yeah, this is another one. Peace.